As we know already, transaction value is a value which is calculated on the basis of all the expenses which are related to the sale or a product. Various expenses will be considered and some discounts will be deducted, and at the end we will arrive at transaction value. On the basis of transaction value, tax will be calculated. That means the amount of GST payable will be calculated by the persons, assessing authorities. Now, in today's class, we are going to work out two problems which are related to calculation of transaction value. Now, already I have told you in the previous class, I have told you about the calculation of transaction value, how to calculate transaction value, what and all additions are there to the transaction value, what are the items we have to separate, we are not supposed to add, and what we have to deduct. So these items we have discussed in the previous class. If you have not seen this video, you can go to the I will put the link in the description. You can go and you can watch it. Yes, now we'll go to the problem. Here, as I have told you, to the selling prices, all expenses which are not included in the selling prices are supposed to be added. We will arrive at one value. From that value, we are supposed to deduct the expenses and exclusions which are included in the selling price. Yeah, like it may be discounts, trade discounts, cash discounts, or these kind of things. At the same time, if anything we have to return, that is returnable containers, durable containers. So these things we have to less if they are included in the selling price. And of course we have to add the profit margin if it is given in the problem. Then we will arrive at transaction value, which is known as taxable transaction value. On that basis, calculation of GST, that is payment of GST, will be considered. We'll see. We have a problem in front of us. Here it says, from the following information, you are required to calculate assessable value and amount of GST payable. So these two things are asked in the asked for us. One is assessable value, other one is GST payable. So by the dealer on his transaction, GST rate is given here. So 12% will be the GST rate. Now we have to see where sales have been taken place. Now if there is no information is not given, we will assume that the transaction is taken within a particular state, and on that basis we'll calculate SGST and CGST. Here there is no such information. If there is absence of information, we are going to consider SGST and CGST. So here it is 12% in the sense 6% plus 6%. That will be our calculation. Now we'll see the problem. Selling price includes the following. So selling price includes the following. We have to consider the things. Now cost of durable, returnable packing. Yes. So now what we have to do is, see, it is included. We are supposed to deduct. This is not supposed to be there in the selling price. We are supposed to deduct it. Trade discount, it is allowed at the time of supply, 75,000. Again I told these items which are not supposed to be there in the selling price. So that's why we are going to deduct these two items from the selling price. But what we have to do is, whatever things are to be added, we'll add first, then we are going to deduct these two items. One is returnable containers, other one is trade discount. These two things we are going to deduct. Now we'll see the further information is given. The sale price is rupees 8 lakh, but it does not include the following. Now that means in the sale, now sale price is 8 lakh, and these items are not considered. Now we have to see whether we can consider them. If we can consider, we are going to add these items, and since these items are included, we are going to deduct these two items. We'll see one by one. Selling expenses. Yeah, selling expenses is a part of final MRP, right, or transaction value. So we are going to add that. Insurance cost. Yes, it is a part of the product itself, so we are considering. Warranty expenses 20,000, yes, we are considering it. Design and development charges, so definitely it is associated with the product itself, so we are considering. Pre-delivery inspection charges, that means before giving the delivery to the delivery of the product to the customers, one inspection is supposed to be done. Yeah, mandatory inspection. For that there are expenses, charges, so that is supposed to be considered, it is considered. Packing cost, definitely we have to consider. Material purchased, see, material purchased is rupees 2 lakh and that materials are used in the product, so that's why we are considering it. Now we have one option of getting input tax credit. So input tax credit, like when he is purchasing the materials, he is paying tax, so that tax he will get as a exemption. But about input tax credit we are going to see in the next chapter, so now it is not much important. So this 2 lakh we are considering, we are adding it. Publicity expenses, see, for the product you have to do the publicity, establishment, all those expenses are there, we can add that. Taxes and duties, definitely we are adding. Transportation charges, a person who is selling the product, he will add the transportation cost in the MRP of the product, definitely, isn't it? So that's why we are adding transportation charges also. Installation and erection charges, so that also we are going to consider. Freight charges, that means transportation expenses, we are considering. Advertisement charges 20,000, that also we are considering. You can see here publicity expenses we have considered, so definitely we are going to consider advertisement charges. So whatever items are given here, all items we are going to consider, that means we are going to add, and we are going to deduct 2 items. Now anywhere in the we can notice one item here in this problem, profit margin is not given. When profit margin is not given, we cannot assume and write, so that's why profit margin we are not going to add. We are not adding profit margin. These items we are adding, and these 2 items we are going to deduct. Yeah, so we'll see to the solution. This will be the solution. So sale price is 8 lakh rupees as we have seen, and I told what and all items which are not included in the selling price we are going to add, and those items which were not supposed to be there, still included, we are going to deduct. Now see, selling expenses, as we have already discussed, selling expenses, insurance cost, warranty expenses, design development charges, pre-delivery inspection charges, packing cost. So all these items, whatever they are given in the problem, as it is we are writing and we are adding. Yes, where we are supposed to deduct 2 items which were given at the beginning, which were not supposed to be there in the cost of the product, that is cost of durable returnable packing, one more is trade discount. These 2 things we are going to deduct. One is 75,000, other one is rupees 1,30,000. These items we are deducting, so we will get a final value of rupees 11,43,000, and that will be the final answer what we are supposed to consider. So 11,43,000 will be our transaction value. This is a way we are using to solve a particular problem, and this is the amount on which tax will be levied. Now amount is 11,43,000 on which tax will be calculated. So how we will calculate tax? See, 11,43,000 into 12%. See, here in this particular problem, it is not, the problem is very silent. It has not told anything to us that whether the sale is taken place within the state or between 2 states, correct, or export has been done. No information is given, so that's why we assume that sale has been taken place within the state. That's why we are calculating CGST and SGST. So 12% we are multiplying, equally it will go to CGST as well as SGST. So this is the problem, and this is a way we are using to solve the problem. Thank you. Yeah, one more problem we are going to work out. This is the next problem. See, here in the previous problem, one product was given and the expenses associated with that product was given. Now in this problem various services are given. Now these are not like the services associated with one service, these are the various services given by the accountant. So now let us see which services can be added. Here also we have to see if there is no particular product or service MRP is 2. In that way it is not a given. Various services are given. We'll see whether they are allowed. If it is allowed, then we are considering. If it is not allowed, we are ignoring them. Yes. First one, accounting and audit work. As a auditor or a accountant, this is their primary work. Yeah, they are doing this particular work, so that's why it is allowed. Next, preparation of coaching material, a non-professional service. Remember, this particular item won't come under this particular taxable service. This is exempt. So that's why we are not including this particular item. Remember this, preparation of coaching material, and here this is not a professional service. Professional service alladidre we cannot consider it. So this item won't come. Yeah. So this item won't come. Next, representational services before statutory authority. That means it may be you have prepared some report or some service you are giving it to the statutory authority, maybe government authority. Yeah, it is fully you can consider it. It is taxable service. Next, cost accounting and cost auditing. It is like auditing services will be given by the accountant, right? This is taxable. Then secretarial auditing, this is also one of their kind of service, so we can consider it. Verification of declaration of prescribed form of compliance for obtaining certificate of commencement of business. To get certificate of commencement of the business, they have done some work, so it is a part of taxable service. We are going to add it. Signing annual returns of the company. Yes, professional, this is a professional work which is this is a professional service given by a accountant, CA. So that's why we are considering it. Certificate of documents under import and export duty. Again, it is a professional service. We can consider it as taxable item. Yes. So this is also taxable. Next, certification of exchange, certification for exchange control purpose. Definitely we are adding. Yes. So all these are certification work, auditing work, accounting work, yeah, bookkeeping work. All these are the services of CA. So we are considering all those items. Next, certificate for a document to be filled with the filled by the company with registrar of companies. See, on behalf of company, chartered accountants will do this particular work. So that's why we are considering it. Next, certification of certification in respect of valuation of instrument under Wealth Tax Act. Again, this is also not an exempt service, taxable. Fees for acting as a liquidator. They are providing that professional service, that is also taxable. Fees for acting as a advisor for a taxation matter, same it is, again it is taxable. Routine visit to the tax offices and service rendered in professional capacity, again it is a professional service. So now that means we are adding all these items, whatever items are given here, to arrive at taxable service except one, that is preparation of coaching material. It is a non-professional service, not a taxable. We are not considering under this particular services. Now, next, you are required to calculate the taxable service under the practicing CA services, and GST payable is 18%. See, again GST payable is given at 18%, but services are given to whom? To whom that services are given, we don't have clear picture. So that's why what we are going to consider is these services are given within one particular territory, that is one particular state, and we are calculating SGST and CGST. We'll see to the solution. Solution is very simple in the sense we are going to add all the items. Only one item we are going to deduct, that we are not going to consider because it is not added already. So we are not going to consider at all. That is coaching material preparation for non-professional service. So this is our solution. So as I have told, all the items are added, all these are commercial items, auditing work, maybe anything like services given, various services, cost accounting, secretarial auditing, verification work, signing work, certification work. So all these items we are going to add. We have added and we will arrive at a value of 7,83,300. Remember one thing, a non-professional service we are not going to consider, apply agudilla, we are not going to consider. We will arrive at a final value of 7,83,000 and that will be my transaction value. So 7,83,000 will be our transaction value on which tax will be calculated. Tax will be calculated in the sense, as I told you, SGST and CGST equally we are calculating. 7,83,300 into 9% SGST and 9% CGST. Equally we are distributing them. 18% is the tax rate, so that's why 9% each we are calculating, and this is a way we are going to solve the problem. Understand the concept. If any doubts, if there are any doubts, you can put it in the comment section. Thank you.